Be me, 25-year-old dude who thought he had it all figured out. Been dating this amazing girl, Emily, for 3 years. She's smart, beautiful, funny, and loves me for who I am. Or at least, I thought she did. We met in college, bonded over our love of music and late-night pizza. Fast forward to now, and I'm sitting on my couch, staring at my phone. Emily's been calling and texting me non-stop for the past hour. I know I should answer, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Why are you doing this to me, she texts. I thought we had something real. My mind starts to wander back to all the fights we had, all the times I felt suffocated by the relationship. I thought I was doing the right thing by ending it, but now I'm not so sure. Emily was always the more emotional one, wearing her heart on her sleeve. Me, on the other hand, I've always been a bit more reserved, afraid to show my true feelings. But deep down, I know I loved her, and I was stupid to let her go. My phone buzzes again, and I see Emily's name on the screen. Please just talk to me, she texts. Something in me wants to reach out, to apologize and make things right. But my pride is getting in the way, telling me that I'm better off without her. As I sit here, staring at my phone, I can feel the weight of my regret bearing down on me. I'm an idiot, I think to myself. Why did I throw away the love of my life? Why did I let my fear and doubts get the best of me? The questions swirl in my head, but I know I won't find the answers by ignoring Emily's calls. Just as I'm about to give in and text her back, I hear a knock at the door. My heart skips a beat as I wonder if it could be Emily, showing up at my doorstep to beg for mercy. But as I get up to answer the door, I realize it's probably just my neighbor, asking to borrow something. Or so I think. As I approach the door, I can feel my heart racing with anticipation. I try to calm myself down, telling myself it's probably just my neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, asking to borrow some sugar or something. But a part of me can't shake off the hope that it might be Emily, standing on the other side of the door, looking up at me with those piercing green eyes that always seem to see right through me. I take a deep breath, trying to compose myself, and open the door. And to my surprise, it's not Mrs. Jenkins or Emily, but my best friend, Alex, standing on my porch with a concerned look on his face. Hey, man, what's going on? Alex asks, eyeing me with a mixture of curiosity and worry. I've been trying to reach you all day, but you're not answering my calls or texts. I was starting to get worried. I step aside, letting Alex in, and try to play it cool. Oh, yeah, I'm fine, just been busy with work and stuff, I say, trying to brush it off. But Alex is not buying it. He follows me into the living room, his eyes scanning the space as if searching for clues. Save it, dude, he says, plopping down on the couch. I know you're not fine. You've been messed up since you and Emily broke up. What's going on? I sigh, feeling a mix of emotions swirling inside me. I want to talk to someone, to confide in someone, but at the same time, I'm afraid of being vulnerable, of showing my true feelings. It's just, I don't know, man, I say, collapsing onto the armchair across from Alex. I feel like I made a huge mistake, letting her go. I keep thinking about what could have been, what should have been. Alex nods, his expression sympathetic. You're beating yourself up over this, aren't you? He asks, his voice gentle. I nod, feeling a lump form in my throat. Yeah, I am. I just can't stop thinking about her, about us, about what I did wrong. Alex leans forward, his eyes locking onto mine. You need to talk to her, man, he says, his voice firm but kind. You need to apologize, to make things right. You can't just sit around here, dwelling on the past, wondering what could have been. You need to take action, to make a change. I look at Alex, feeling a surge of gratitude towards him. He's always been there for me, offering advice and support whenever I needed it. And right now, I need it more than ever. But as I glance over at my phone, still sitting on the coffee table, I feel a pang of uncertainty. Do I really have the courage to reach out to Emily, to apologize and try to make things right? Or am I just going to sit here, stuck in my regret, forever wondering what could have been? I don't know, man, I say, shaking my head. I just don't know if I'm ready for that. Alex gets up from the couch and walks over to me, clapping me on the back. You'll never be ready, dude, he says, his voice filled with conviction. But you need to do it anyway. You need to take a chance, to see if there's still something there, something worth fighting for. I look up at Alex, feeling a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, he's right. Maybe I do need to take a chance, to see if I can make things right with Emily. And as I glance over at my phone, I feel a sense of resolve forming inside me. I'll do it, I say, my voice firm. I'll text her, I'll apologize, and I'll see where things go from there. Alex grins, nodding in approval. That's the spirit, dude, he says. Now let's get to it. What are you waiting for? As I pick up my phone, my heart starts racing with anticipation and a hint of fear. What if Emily doesn't respond? What if she's moved on and doesn't want to hear from me? I push the thoughts aside, remembering Alex's words, you'll never be ready, dude. I take a deep breath and begin to type out a message. Hey Emily, it's me, I start, then pause, unsure of how to proceed. I look up at Alex, who's watching me with an encouraging smile. What do I say, man? I ask, feeling a bit lost. Just be honest, dude, Alex replies. Tell her how you feel, and apologize for whatever it was that went down between you two. I nod, taking his advice to heart. I start typing again, the words flowing out of me like a confession. I've been thinking a lot about us, and I'm really sorry for my part in what happened. I was stupid, and I messed up. I know I don't deserve it, but I was wondering if we could talk, maybe grab coffee or something, and see where things are between us. As I finish typing, I feel a sense of trepidation. What if she says no? What if she's angry or hurt? I hesitate for a moment, my thumb hovering over the send button. Alex notices my hesitation and walks over to me. Come on, man, just send it, he says, his voice filled with reassurance. The worst that can happen is she says no, and you're no worse off than you are now. I take another deep breath, and with a surge of courage, I hit send. The message is out of my hands now, and all I can do is wait. I look up at Alex, feeling a mix of emotions, anxiety, hope, and a dash of uncertainty. It's done, I say, trying to sound calmer than I feel. Alex claps me on the back again. That's the first step, dude. Now let's wait and see what happens. We sit back down on the couch, and I stare at my phone, willing it to buzz with a response from Emily. The silence is deafening, and I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. What will she say? Will she give me another chance, or will she tell me to leave her alone? As the minutes tick by, I start to feel a sense of unease. Maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe I should have just left things alone. But then I think back to the times Emily and I spent together, the laughter, the adventures, the quiet moments when it was just us. I think about the way she made me feel, like I was home, like I was exactly where I was meant to be. My phone suddenly buzzes, breaking the silence. I feel a jolt of electricity run through my body as I reach for it, my heart racing with anticipation. I glance at the screen, and my eyes widen as I see Emily's name staring back at me. It's her, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. Alex looks at me, a grin spreading across his face. Well, what does it say? He asks, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. I take a deep breath, my hands shaking slightly as I open the message. I scan the words, my heart skipping a beat as I read Emily's response. And then, I look up at Alex, a slow smile spreading across my face. She wants to meet up, I say, feeling a sense of hope and excitement that I hadn't felt in a long time. As I read the message again, my mind starts to wander, thinking about all the possibilities. What does she want to talk about? Is she willing to give us another chance? I feel a pang of nervousness in my stomach, but at the same time, I'm filled with excitement and anticipation. I look up at Alex, who's still grinning at me, waiting for more information. So, what's the plan? Alex asks, leaning forward in his chair. Where does she want to meet up? I glance back at my phone, scanning the message again. She wants to meet at the coffee shop downtown, I say, my voice filled with a mix of emotions. She says she needs to talk to me about something. Alex nods, his expression turning serious. Well, you have to go, he says, as if it's the most obvious thing in the world. You can't just ignore her, not after everything you've been through. I take a deep breath, trying to calm my racing thoughts. I know Alex is right, but a part of me is scared of what might happen. What if she just wants to closure? What if she's moved on and is just being nice? I push the thoughts aside, trying to focus on the present moment. I'll go, I say finally, making a decision. But what if it's not what I want to hear? Alex shrugs. Then you'll deal with it, he says, his voice firm but gentle. But you'll never know if you don't try. You owe it to yourself, and to Emily, to at least listen to what she has to say. I nod, feeling a sense of determination wash over me. Alex is right, as always. I need to face whatever comes next, no matter how scary it might be. I take a deep breath, trying to calm my nerves, and start to think about what I'll say to Emily when I see her. As I sit there, my mind starts to wander, thinking about all the things I want to tell her. I want to apologize for my mistakes, for pushing her away. I want to tell her how much I've missed her, how much I still care about her. I want to ask her if she's happy, if she's moved on. The questions swirl in my head, making me feel dizzy and disoriented. I look up at Alex, who's watching me with a concerned expression. Hey, you okay? He asks, his voice soft. I nod, trying to shake off the emotions. Yeah, I'm fine, I say, trying to sound convincing. I just need to get my head together before I go see her. Alex nods, standing up from his chair. I'll leave you to it, then, he says, clapping me on the back. But remember, no matter what happens, you'll be okay. You're strong, and you can handle whatever comes your way. I smile, feeling a sense of gratitude towards my friend. Thanks, Alex, I say, meaning it from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I'd do without you. As Alex walks out of the room, I'm left alone with my thoughts. I take a deep breath, trying to prepare myself for what's to come. I glance at my phone again, feeling a sense of excitement and nervousness. It's time to face whatever comes next, and I'm ready to take the first step. As I stand up from the chair, my eyes wander around the room, taking in the familiar surroundings. The old bookshelf in the corner, the faded couch, and the window with the worn-out curtains, everything seems to be in its place, yet nothing feels the same. My mind is preoccupied with the impending meeting, and I can feel my heart racing with anticipation. I take a few deep breaths, trying to calm myself down. What am I going to say to her? I think to myself. What if she doesn't want to talk to me? The questions swirl in my head like a vortex, making me feel lightheaded. I need to focus, I remind myself. I walk over to the window and gaze out at the sky. The sun is setting, casting a warm orange glow over the city. I watch as people go about their daily lives, oblivious to the turmoil brewing inside me. I feel a pang of envy, wishing I could be one of them, carefree and unaware of the challenges that lie ahead. Just as I'm lost in thought, my phone buzzes, breaking the silence. I hesitate for a moment before answering it. Hey, I say, trying to sound calm. Hey, just making sure you're okay, Alex says on the other end of the line. You seemed a bit shaken up when I left. I'm fine, just a bit nervous, I reply, trying to reassure him. I'm going to go see her now. Okay, well, be careful, and don't hesitate to call me if you need anything, Alex says, his voice filled with concern. Will do, thanks, I say, feeling a sense of appreciation for my friend's support. I'll talk to you later, okay? Okay, take care, Alex says before hanging up. I stand there for a moment, my phone still clutched in my hand. I feel a sense of determination wash over me. It's time to face whatever comes next, and I'm ready to take the first step. I take one last deep breath, steeling myself for what's to come, and head out the door. As I walk, my mind starts to wander. What will she be like? Will she be angry or upset? What will we talk about? The questions swirl in my head, but I push them aside, focusing on the present moment. I need to be strong, I remind myself. After a few minutes of walking, I arrive at the destination. I stand outside, hesitating for a moment, before taking a deep breath and pushing open the door. My heart is racing, and my palms are sweaty, but I'm ready. I'm ready to face whatever comes next, and I'm ready to take the first step towards a new beginning. As I step inside, I'm immediately struck by the familiar scent of freshly brewed coffee and the soft hum of gentle chatter. The cozy atmosphere of the small cafe envelopes me, and for a moment, I forget about the reason I'm here. My eyes scan the room, taking in the warm decor and the handful of patrons scattered about. That's when I see her, sitting in the corner, nursing a cup of coffee. Her eyes meet mine, and I feel a jolt of nervous energy. I take a deep breath and begin to make my way over, my feet feeling heavy with anticipation. As I approach, she looks up, her expression a mix of curiosity and caution. I can tell she's not sure what to expect, and I don't blame her. Hey, I say, trying to sound casual, as I slide into the chair across from her. Thanks for meeting me here. She nods, her eyes never leaving mine. I have to admit, I was a bit surprised to hear from you, she says, her voice measured. It's been a while. I nod, feeling a pang of guilt. I know, and I'm sorry about that. I've been busy. The word feels like a weak excuse, even to my own ears. She raises an eyebrow, a hint of skepticism in her eyes. Busy, she repeats. That's all you've got? I sigh, feeling a rush of emotions. Honestly? I've been scared, I admit, the words tumbling out of my mouth. I didn't know how to face you, or what to say. But I realize now that I've been running from my problems for too long, and it's time to confront them head-on. As I speak, I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. I'm not sure what she'll say, or how she'll react. But I'm ready to listen, to really listen, and to face whatever comes next. She studies me for a moment, her expression unreadable. Then, to my surprise, she nods. I'm glad you're here, she says, her voice softer now. I've been waiting a long time to talk to you. I feel a wave of relief wash over me, followed quickly by a sense of trepidation. What will she say? What secrets will she reveal? I lean forward, my elbows on the table, my eyes locked on hers. I'm listening, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. The conversation that follows is like a slow-motion dance, each of us stepping carefully, trying not to tread on the other's toes. But as we talk, I begin to feel a weight lifting, a sense of freedom that I hadn't realized I'd been missing. It's like I've been holding my breath for years, and finally, I can exhale. As the minutes tick by, the cafe starts to fill with more patrons, the noise level rising. But I'm oblivious to it all, my focus solely on the woman across from me. I'm not sure what the future holds, or what the outcome of this conversation will be. But for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be.